Now, to all of these code readers that I've got, just for the record, this is what time we're on. That's the only Ford one I've got. I've got all the other ones that say ABS. Yeah, ABS. And it won't even clear. That's what the problem is. It comes down to code readers. 2 of them. New one, old one. Still not being able to clear the ABS on that. But I cannot Rover. So all that just comes down to an annoying little bit of programming that can't even do the job. That Rover, and then it goes down to that one, and you thought, oh, ABS. We only do Volkswagen and something else. So all that gubbins, about 300 quid worth of it, because I had to buy 2 of them and all the crap that goes with it, along with that code reader just there, the other one just there from Aldi, still can't make that little annoying light that came on its own go out. That's what annoys me about doing car repairs, and that's probably what somebody else would have been saying. Oh, and then you can't do job, you can't do job, I'm going to get somebody that can do job instead, blah blah blah, and then you'd have lost your job. But I don't work for you. Now look at that, electronics all the way through, and if you look at that, that's custom electronics. I made that and programmed the microprocessors in that and in that, and all it does is make it blink on and off, and that's custom electronics. And that code reader can't do that, and that code reader can't do that either. You know what I mean? And all that is an LED. Now, only thing I can tell anybody else, if you're having that sort of problem, don't panic, because the light, all the light does is tell you that it's detected a simple fault, and all it's done is deactivated the ABS on your power brakes. So your power brakes will still work just like they used to do on olden days, like when you had your Mark 3 Cortinas or your Cosworths. It'll still have power assisted braking. Well, as I go back as far as drum brakes, with no power assisted steering and no power assisted brakes. It were all 4 drum brakes all the way around. So it goes back as far as that with technology, and it comes down to us having to learn it as sense, and I'm the one out of work. Now, this insurance is due for renewal in July. Last year it was £230. This year they're trying to charge me £470 to insure this car with no, it's like all the maximum no claims on this, no crash damage, no nothing. We've had a Nissan Juke bump into back of it and then drive away. Like this Asian woman just bumped into us at traffic lights. We didn't even bother claiming her out. And all this work that I've just done myself. So in essence, why should I be paying twice as much for car insurance and doing twice as much work as anybody else, and all they're doing is sitting in an office and they'll be programming something on a microprocessor like a mobile phone? And there's all these different code readers and they plug them in and it'll work fantastic for a little amount of time. This has been for 12 months this, and now I can put key in ignition and it starts as sweet as that. I've just showed you. Sounds as sweet as that, and all it is an LED. And an unknown person having to pay for a laser printer. And I used to work in printing game, and they can't even afford to keep me in job. So I used to do all your stationery for like AXA and Powerminster, all them sorts of big companies like Chamber of Commerce, all your business cards. I was one that had to typeset all of that, and it goes back as far as a Digitech photo typesetter, and then it goes up to Apple Mac level, with all your Apple Mac level stuff in Sheffield newspapers, and they still can't find me a job. Something wrong in the system, isn't there? when you can see you're sitting there and you're driving back and forth to pick somebody up that's in a job, but for some reason it's like being Freddie Mercury, being the invisible man. That's what really annoys me about all of this jobbings. Just because I was clever enough to get this far and build this little thing here with 2 screens. It's like having 2 MOT stations, or having an MOT station. That's one door and that's other door, and then you've got your rolling road there, and then you've got your lift thing that goes on this side, and in my case I've got an inspection pick, so I built it for 1. You know what I mean? And I've got all my tools and all this stuff here, and this is the people that are trying to save the cents, just so they can drive around in the Aston Martins and the Jaguars and the big Land Rovers and all the big Rolls Royces and everything, but they expect us to pay for it. Yeah, I'm not working and I have to accumulate my money to be able to pay for it to be legitimate. We're going to have to shop around. The word comparison is very strong in this, and it does indeed taste like strawberry, Harry. And your mate is now dead, just for the record, but his lookalikes are alive and well.